The Gambler's Ruin Project Match Day, September 9th, 2025. The Gambler's Ruin Project, where the odds get cracked.
Welcome to another episode of the Gambler's Ruin Project, powered by SmartBet AI.
Quick overview. We're diving into two statistically rich matchups from the upcoming MLS weekend. 1. Houston Dynamo versus LA Galaxy, and 2. St. Louis City SC versus FC Dallas. Today's key theme, home field advantage and expected goal outbursts.
First up, we head to Shell Energy Stadium where the Houston Dynamo welcome LA Galaxy, and spoiler alert, SmartBet AI is practically waving orange flags.
This one's a firework warning. The Poisson model is forecasting an avalanche. 3.66 goals expected from Houston. That's not just aggressive. It's one of the highest single-match XG outputs we've seen this MLS season.
All right, let me just say it now. If Houston put 4 past Galaxy, I'll eat my scarf. They've been meh lately. Good at home, yes, but 3.66, that's a basketball stat, cat.
Your scarf might be safe, but the Monte Carlo simulation disagrees. We ran 10,000 iterations, and the most common outcomes are 3-1, 4-1, and 2-1. That's not a coincidence. It's a cluster. The model doesn't just like Houston to win, it expects margin.
And just to be clear, this isn't based on vibes. Every single model, Poisson, XG Boost, Light GBM, even our MLP neural net and old friend Random Forest, all say home win. When you've got that kind of model agreement across architectures, it's hard to ignore.
Still feels risky to me. Houston's recent form hasn't exactly been steamroller stuff. What's driving the confidence here?
2 things. First, Ricard Puig is out for LA with a torn cruciate. He's their creative heartbeat. No Puig, no rhythm. Second, LA's defense on the road, statistically shaky. They're allowing 1.79 XG per away match and have the second most big chances conceded in the West.
That's brutal. And the ELO edge? Houston at 1496.1, Galaxy at 1479.7. Not a chasm, but it's a steady lean. Enough to shift ensemble weight.
Right. And even the bootstrapped Poisson gives Houston a 95% confidence interval stretching from 1 to 5 goals. It's volatile, yes, but consistently favoring them to convert.
Before we head to St. Louis, let's take a quick pit stop in Texas. Because if you've ever watched Houston Dynamo play at home, especially during the dog days of summer, you know that Shell Energy Stadium isn't just a venue, it's a vibe. A chaotic, steamy, high-scoring vibe.
Statistically, it's one of the strangest home splits in MLS. Houston don't always win at home, but when they do, they win big. They've scored 3 or more goals in over half their home victories since 2022. And when they lose, it's usually by a single goal or in a heat-drunk blur.
I mean, it's Texas in August. I saw a linesman pull a hamstring just jogging to the corner flag once. The man tapped out like he was in a sauna. You can't play football in soup.
You can if you're Houston, and if you're the visiting team, good luck. There's this theory, and I'm not saying it's scientific, that the air down there steals your oxygen and your tactics in equal measure. Alright, let's leave the barbecue behind and head north to Energizer Park, where St. Louis City SC host FC Dallas in what SmartBet AI thinks could be another multi-goal home party.
And this one's surprisingly decisive. Despite a relatively modest ELO margin, we're talking under 30 points here, the ensemble model is basically throwing confetti. Predicted score? 3.15 to 1.31 in favor of St. Louis.
St. Louis putting up 3 on Dallas feels ambitious. They're not exactly an attacking juggernaut, at least not consistently.
They are at home. And remember, no injuries for either side, which actually strengthens the prediction. The model's not compensating for absences. It just thinks St. Louis is the better team in better conditions.
And they've got history on their side. Dallas has one of the worst away goal differentials in the league, second worst XG allowed per 90 on the road, and they've been held to 1 goal or less in 7 of their last 9 away trips.
So, even the algorithm is sick of watching Dallas try to build out from the back in hostile territory.
The Poisson model gives Dallas just 1.31 expected goals, and the bootstrap version puts their ceiling at 4, but that's on the extreme end of the simulation tail.
And St. Louis? Their ceiling's wild, up to 7 goals in the 95% confidence interval. That's bootstrapped chaos. The model sees explosive potential here.
7 goals? I haven't seen that since someone let Pep's Man City loose on Burton Albion.
It's not a guarantee, but the Monte Carlo simulation clusters heavily around 3, 1, 2, 1, 4, 1. It's a classic City SC blowout shape. 2 or 3 goals early, late dagger in transition. So is this another goal fest waiting to happen? Yes. And that's the important link between this and the Houston match. BTTS. Yes is above 69%, and over 2.5 goals sits above 80% in the simulation output. This is not shaping up to be a grinded-out one, 0. It's open play, lots of spacing, and likely mistakes under pressure.
Translation: goalkeepers, warm up your hamstrings.
So here's what we're looking at. 2 matches, same day, both home teams flagged for 3 goals or more, and both with strong ensemble support.
They're not carbon copies. Houston has more top-end volatility, but St. Louis has the tighter model spread. In both, though, the AI sees real separation between the home and away sides.
And more importantly, the AI doesn't always do this. We've had plenty of match days where 5 models say 5 different things, but today, it's a rare moment of harmony, which means either we're about to witness a beautifully predictable match day or get humbled by a pair of 0 draws.
The variance monster is always lurking, but statistically, these are 2 of the clearest signals we've had this month. All right, we'll wrap it up there. Quick break, and when we come back, we'll look ahead to the next week's chaos slate. Buckle up.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Gambler's Ruin Project. Let's put a bow on it with our official scoreline simulations from the SmartBet AI models.
First up, Houston Dynamo 3, Galaxy 1, a heat-fueled high XG showdown that the models say could get lopsided fast.
Just pray you're not defending the South End in the second half. That sun doesn't forgive.
This has been Before the Whistle, powered by the Gambler's Ruin Project. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Gambler's Ruin Project. Remember, our content is for informational and entertainment purposes only, and all predictions are AI generated. Gambling can be addictive, so please bet responsibly. If you or someone you know needs help with gambling addiction, there are resources that can provide support. In North America, contact the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700, available 24/7 for confidential help. In the UK, reach out to BeGambleAware at 0808 8000 and 2133, or visit begambleaware.org for more information and support. Bet smart, bet safe, and as always, remember to keep things fun and balanced. We'll see you next week for more insights. Thanks again for joining us, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more AI-driven predictions and pro betting tips every week. Disclaimer: this content is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The predictions and insights provided by the Gambler's Ruin Project, powered by SmartBet AI technology, are generated using statistical models and historical data. These predictions do not guarantee outcomes and should not be considered financial or betting advice. Always gamble responsibly, and only wager what you can afford to lose. If you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction, seek help from professional support services. Legal notice: this content does not constitute an offer to participate in gambling. The Gambler's Ruin Project does not operate as a bookmaker or betting service and does not encourage gambling. All users are responsible for complying with local laws and regulations regarding sports betting and gambling-related content in their respective jurisdictions. The Gambler's Ruin Project, where the odds get cracked.